What is going on, everybody? It's Skills here on the gaming channel, and today we are going to be talking about user inventory and interface upgrades coming to episode 2. Yes, episode 2 is bringing a lot of big changes to Division 2, and a lot of these changes are for the better, and I can't wait to show you a lot of the changes they announced today on the Division 2 website. So let's talk about the first thing, more loadouts. Yes, there are going to be more loadouts in Division 2 episode 2. So currently we can have 6 loadouts, right? We can have 6 loadouts max, nothing else. But in episode 2, we'll be able to have 12 different loadouts. If you're looking at this picture right here, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 different loadouts. So for a lot of you, this is life-saving because with the increase in stash space, 300 stash space, we are getting 12 different loadouts. And each loadout perk upgrade will give you 3 new slot specializations. And grenades are now tied to the loadouts too. So the specializations, the grenades, the perks, everything will be tied to that loadout from now on. The next thing they dove into was they are adding a die menu. Yes, currently on the current play right now, episode 1, we don't have that option, right? But you see we do have this little lock symbol. I believe this lock symbol right here is where they will give you that option to select dies. Now, the thing I really like about this is when you do select a gear or weapon skin die, this will apply it to all pieces. Yes, to all pieces. Now, that's something that we didn't have before, and you would have to select each piece, right? So we would select our knee pads, our chest piece, our mask. We would select each piece and then equip the die on there. But on this one right here, we can just select the die and it will apply it to all pieces. The next thing they focus on is that they want to bring in episode 2 more information on the interface regarding weapon damage. If we look at this weapon right here, the only thing we see, right, is the 16k weapon damage. But in episode 2 going forward, all weapon damage will display their roll damage and how this value compares to the base damage on the weapon. They also went into the mod inventory redesign, so they are redesigning how it looks. I think it looks amazing currently. The way we look at mods is just a mess, right? We have our generic mods, we have system mods, we have protocol mods, and then we have all our other mods scattered all over this interface. It was a hot mess, but they did redesign it, and let's take a look at it. So when you do open a mod inventory in episode 2, you will see mods divided into 3 categories: offensive, defensive, and utility. That's something different. Now we don't have the system, protocol, or utility and everything mixed in between. So we'll have offensive mod, defensive mods, and utility mods. And there will be a 4th category, if you have them, the generic mods. So I'm loving the way this works right here. Currently, what we have is a hot mess, like I said, and this just looks 100 times better. So bravo to the team for redesigning this. They talked about the addition of named items and how they want us to be able to see these named items. Currently, if you have an item, a regular item, because we really don't have too many named items, we just say special operations mask, then it says high end. But look at how it looks if it is a named item. So right off the bat, you're gonna notice that the name of the item is written in that high-end text color. So it's gold, it looks really good. And then also there's gonna be a V-shaped watermark on the item itself. So 2 things to look out for, and that way you won't miss that these are named items. And there's something you should double check and see if it's something that you wanna keep or sell. Now they did add some mark as options to episode 2. Currently, we have mark as junk, deconstruct items, but these aren't even all together. They are adding a new option, which I really like. You'll have mark as favorite, mark as donation, and then mark for recalibration. Now, this is really good because say if it's an item you really want to keep, you always want to mark it as favorite, but sometimes you want to keep certain items for donation, and then sometimes you want to keep certain items for recalibration. And this just makes the process so much easier. They're changing how this panel looks right here. They're giving us more options, and I really like the new look on it. Currently, we see armor, health, skill, right? And then we have 8 offensive, 7 defensive, 3 utility. No kind of stats are shown on this main page, but they're changing it. So let's take a look at what they're changing. So now the player overview panel now gives you information up front in one consolidated space. Equipped weapon damage, RPM are also listed here. So right under where it shows 5 offensive, 6 defensive, 1 utility, we have our signature damage right there. It shows whatever weapon you're currently highlighting and then the RPM on that one. Also, to the right of it, you'll see the signature weapon, you'll see the damage, the RPM, the mag. Now, if you went over the AK, the same thing would pop up. So now at the startup menu, you see more without having to dive into your menu too much. Another really cool feature that they're bringing is the stat page breakdown. Currently, all we see is weapon damage, critical hit chance, but we don't know what's affecting this. But in episode 2, every attribute, stat, and talent on the player stat sheet will be on this page. So let's take a look at this. So if we look at the weapon damage, to the right down, it says breakdown, shows what item I'm using, the black market AK. It shows the talent that is affecting a tier 3. This is from the gunner, the 15% weapon damage, AR damage. And then it shows that I have gear set that's giving me another bonus to assault rifle damage, which is the Fenris one piece. So that's going to give me my total weapon damage of 16,900 right on this page. This is great, so you know exactly what is affecting your build. Now this works for everything else, like critical hit chance, where you have critical hit chance stacked on the build, critical hit damage, headshot damage, all that will have a breakdown for it to the right. They're adding a new all gear slot, so if you want to just click on this one slot, it will give you access to all of your gear. So right here on the main menu, it says gear. You click on that and you'll have access to every single piece of gear you have currently on you. They're adding a new options menu that has redesigned the grid menu for making navigation more efficient. Now when you select grid menu, this is the option you're gonna get. You can have options to sort by whatever you want. And the final thing they got into was item filtering. I love this option. You can filter. If you look right next to the character, right, it says filtering, armor, armor regeneration, assault rifle, critical hit chance. So say if you're looking for a piece that has critical hit chance, there's 6 pieces right there. If you go down a little bit, all the pieces that have health, you can click on that, it'll bring those pieces up. This is gonna make life so much easier, and I'm glad they're doing this. I'm glad they're doing all of this. This is great. This is a good step in the right direction, making quality life, making the game just flow a little bit better, be a little bit easier for new players and veterans to understand. What do you guys think of all these changes coming to the Division 2? I love them. I can't wait to see episode 2 drop. Rumor is October 15th, nothing official, but we should know next Wednesday when they're going to give us the official date. And if it's October 15th, less than 10 days away, and the game, well, episode 2 will be out. I can't wait. I can't wait to see. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a thumbs up if you found this video useful. As always, I appreciate the support. But until the next Division 2 video, nothing but skills is out.